What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Forge. And just in time, here is Billy the Kid with all sorts of wonderful things that have happened. I mean, he was fighting heaven and earth and monsters and dragons and sick kids to be here today. But this is Jimmy. Welcome to the Forge. We got Billy with us, and we got Candice Santora with us from Primal Parodies. So welcome, Candice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Yeah. So, Billy.
Thank you.
How's everything going?
I'm for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to be in and out of this chat. Please don't take offense. I just have my hands full.
No worries. No worries.
Everything is going wonderfully. Candice, nice to have you on. Before I start anything, how's Gary?
As far as I know, he's doing pretty well right now. So
good.
He had that PET scan the other like it was like a month ago or so, and he finally had the results. So showing pretty clear images with that cancer. So it's seems to be destroyed.
Good to hear.
But he has to keep going through the chemo to finish it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I thoroughly understand. Been through it. JJ Prime says hello. Love the Primal statue. It is beautiful. It is nice. It is just what we like to see, especially on the Beast Wars show. Jimmy, what have you gone into, or am I just joining in right in the
You're just now joining, man. We haven't done anything. We are having some technical kind of difficulties, a little bit of delay here and there. So pretend like we're talking to someone in Japan, which is going to be great. But me and Candice were talking. I said, I haven't seen a bigger Beast Wars fan than Billy. And she said, hold my beer, because
she's got me beat.
So much bigger.
He's got me beat. Like, I live for Beast Wars. I truly feel like Beast Wars is the best Transformers lore we've ever gotten. I think the show, the character development, everything we got with Beast Wars is top notch. It's never been replicated. It will never be. Period. It's amazing. So
absolutely.
I live for it, but Candice absolutely does. I mean, look who she's friends with. Look at her art. I don't know if you've ever checked out the amazing pencil art she does, but it's beautiful. Both Candice and I were on the wrong receiving end with that masterpiece Inferno that guy was making. I believe she was hired for the art for that toy, and I was asked to pitch, promote, and review some things. And the guy ended up screwing everybody in the world because of how badly we want a Masterpiece Inferno. And we have a history.
Yeah.
You know?
So Candice,
Billy had to bring that up. About that.
I'm sorry.
No,
I just want to put this in. Everybody's wishing Gary a smooth recovery. Sorry, guys. Usually I'm far more energetic. I have been up and down stairs and changing sheets and putting bags in pots, and it's just been one of those nights.
That's okay. That's okay, man. You do what you got to do. You got to take care of family and things like that. It's always tough having a sick kid. Yeah. I know how it is on that. So, Candice, just to change the subject a little bit, now you are the chief creative officer, owner, whatever you want to call yourself, of Primal Parodies, which is a YouTube channel and a Facebook page. Do you mind just sharing a little bit about, for those that don't know what that is, do you mind just sharing a little bit about your channel, about what you do, and kind of just your journey, how you got to doing it, and kind of like, just share you for a little bit.
Share me. I'm not very good about talking about myself, but I'll see what I can do here. And hopefully my audio and video will keep up with me here. So Primal Parodies is an annual Christmas tradition that Gary and I had started back in 2017. So we started doing it because David Kay had been doing his own as Megatron, his own little Christmas parody songs for how many years. And knowing that Gary is a musician himself and a singer, I said, hey, why don't we start our own Christmas songs and kind of play off of David a little bit, or however it works out. None of us live near each other, so it's all got to be kind of online stuff. But so I said, hey, you don't have time to write the lyrics, I'm going to do it for you, and then all you have to do is sing the song. So easy peasy, right? Just do a video, sing the song, send a video to me, and then I'll edit it and put it all together, and off we go. So that's kind of how we started that. And I started, oh, you know what? There was a drawing I did of Gary as Optimus Primal and Beast Mode singing at an open mic, because Gary used to do a lot of open mics. And I got Primal Parodies, and I think I kind of threw that right in what we're doing now, and just made a logo and some changes, and that was pretty much it. It was real simple. It was real easy. I mean, Gary's so fun to work with. He's just total professional, but doesn't mind being silly too. So it's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I got to watching some of it. Billy turned me on to the channel, and my favorite video on there is the Irish Optimus Primal. Seeing Optimus Primal with an Irish accent, and just like a top of the morning to you there, Megatron, or whatever. That was pretty funny. I definitely enjoyed that one. As well as several others. And my wife's like going, why are you listening to some weird Christmas music in the middle of, March? And I was like, hey, mind your own business. So that's what I told her.
I asked Gary to do the Irish one because it was like St. Patrick's Day coming up, and he was on that movie, Leprechaun Origins, big role in that movie, and he had an Irish accent the whole time. So I thought, maybe for the 25th anniversary of Beast Wars, we could do like a St. Patrick's Day little thing there, and you just say some of Primal's lines, some of his well-known lines in an Irish accent, and see how that goes. I got a kick out of it. I was hoping fellow fans would as well.
I think we all did. I watch your those every Christmas. Like I look forward to those at the Christmas season. Love David Kay, but I like Gary's a little bit more. Maybe it's because he likes my hot sauce. Who knows? Aww. But Norb's
the
just
hot sauce, right? And he can play guitar and piano. He can do all that stuff.
Gary is amazing.
Yes, thank you.
And he's honestly one of the nicest people I've ever spoken with. I know you've got a long running relationship, but prior to what came upon with him, he was always so easy to reach out to, and he always took the time, but he never asked for anything.
Yes.
And that's the amazing thing about that him as a person, and why we all pulled for him is he's selfless, and we appreciate what you do as his voice for the fans. It's really nice. It's just nice, and that's one of the main reasons we said we got to get Candice on. Once we saw this clear diagnosis, it was like, oh, we've got the host. We know what we can talk about. We are good. And then also, there's some new Beast Wars themed toys coming out, I believe.
Yeah, right? we got that to talk about here a little bit. So
and we're going to be talking about that. I'm sure you're excited about that. I don't know if you do third-party stuff, but there's also some amazing third-party legends coming out that I can't wait to talk about those too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got a bunch of slides, but I'll skip through some of them to go through that stuff. But yeah, I remember meeting Gary. I met him at TFCon Orlando a couple years ago. So he was there in Orlando, which was awesome. And so hopefully I'll get to see him in person again at another TFCon soon and very soon. So
he's at Chicago.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's hope he is at Chicago. So I know, Candice, if this is delayed, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see it or not, but our news and products that we do have coming up Of course, let me go back to my second slide. Speaking of TFCon Chicago, tickets are on sale now, October 24th through the 26th. I have never been to Chicago, and so I am looking forward to it. My wife and family are going to make a week out of it. Going to go see some musicals, going to go see the Bean, go eat some pizza and some hot Italian sandwiches, whatever those Italian beef sandwiches and things like that. So we are looking forward to it. Chicago hot dog. I think if there's more stuff than hot dog, it might be a little bit, that's not my kind of thing, but definitely looking forward to it. And I know Billy, you're going, and so Candice, hopefully you can go. Maybe, you never know. On that,
and we should get reaction right about now. Nope.
That's okay. Just to really quickly,
honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, the slides are taking a minute to load up for me too.
Are they? Yeah. So the problem that we may be having is I have storms in my area, and so my internet may be acting a little bit wonky myself.
Yeah, we have some major storms, and I'm in New Jersey. We have some major storms coming in the next 2 hours that we're expecting flash flooding and everything from it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Can you see this one here with the new age Galvatron?
I see Galvi. I'm looking forward to him. You know, I own the original release, but I can't say no to New Age, especially with that matte tune paint. Love that matte coloring.
Yeah.
And that's that. Carly wants to go to TFCon one day. Sorry for changing the subject, but I see people commenting and I've got to jump on it. You should go. It is an amazing fan experience. And the people are all amazing. Like, you're going to see people that you watch on YouTube or you watch on Facebook, and 99.9% of them are fantastic, wonderful people. Fortunately, in our community, we don't have a lot of bad guys.
That's true. That is absolutely true. So just to get into some other news here really quickly before we get into some Beast Wars stuff, something I am excited about is from DNA. Just seeing this, if you have the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime,
we lost Candice.
Yeah, hopefully she'll be coming back on, maybe. She might be switching to her phone too as well.
Yep.
But the Optimus Prime Studio Series 86 upgrade kit to the we're going to give them that skybound look. And so there is the front of it, the back of it right there. You got the little jetpack, which is so cool that they took that backpack and turned it into a jetpack on there. And then, of course, the cannon does light up and it does transform. So, Billy, do you have Studio Series 86 Optimus?
I do have Studio Series 86 Optimus. I won him in TF Underground. I think he was like $10 or $20. I won that for. But so I do appreciate what's been done here. However, this is Studio Series Optimus Prime, and grumpy old man Billy does not see a need for the comic book arm. I love it. I think it's awesome, but two different universes in my screwed up head.
Where I'm looking at it as a character, Optimus Prime, I probably would want to get another one just so that I can do this to it.
Yeah, and listen, it's not a bad set. I really dig it. I love the backpack piece. I think it's great. I do think it's worth the investment. But again, it's not, my cup of tea.
Yeah, I think we do. Candice, we have you back.
Do we?
I hear somebody.
Worth it for the back covering. Hold on. This is where Norbs and I are seeing eye to eye. Not sure I'm all over it unless I get a second 86, just like you said.
No, this is going to make you buy a second 86, Norbs. There you go. Something I am also excited about is this this kind of shattered glass RC. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but it does look pretty cool. I
like the colors, even if it wasn't like shattered glass. Like, that's like if we did like what is it, X-Force? You know, X-Men has the X-Force where they need to do those stealth missions. If they had their own little like X-Force storyline for Transformers, first off, you know RC would be in that lot, right? RC is badass. She's Rat Trap Santa on top of it. So, you know, we dig RC. But I think that's a bold color scheme for RC. Reminds me of Psylocke from X-Men.
Oh, yeah. Candice, are you able to see RC there? Maybe
I think
not.
she's having technical difficulties.
Yes. Yes, she is. That is okay. We will continue onward and upward.
I
And her
am
Amazon gift list is a brand. Oh, you're back?
still in still in the Optimus
You're
Prime.
stoned?
Still an Optimus Prime. That's okay.
I can't see what Norbs. Oh, Norbs is showing money. I
Money.
need it too, bud.
Money. That's how much it's going to cost. Norbs, you're going to go broke, my friend, on that. So something I do, this is where, Candice, we were talking about a little bit earlier, 3-0 has their Optimus Primal coming out, and he looks freaking amazing.
Yeah, so
whether
we
he
lost
transforms or
Candice
not,
again.
he looks great.
We lost Candice again. I think that is a beautiful Optimus Primal. That's buy that. Buy that. That's awesome.
That is really, really good. I will definitely be picking this one up. I haven't picked up any 3-0, so this might be my first 3-0 that I do get. So hopefully we'll get Candice back here in just a moment on this while we continue through the news on here. And then Robot Toys, I know you showed this off here, Billy, is this Tigertron coming back, and I hear a beep. Let's see here.
Ba-doop. There we go. All right. Why don't we, so I can see a much better connection here. Let's go back to that Primal and get Candice's opinion on that Primal.
Please, I want to see it.
Yeah, that's much better.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you do look a lot better, Candice. You're on, and it looks awesome.
This is weird. Okay, so I'm on my phone now, my little iPhone mini, 12 mini. It's kind of small, but look at that.
I love the 12 mini. The 12 mini was my favorite phone ever. And
I had that.
Huh?
I think I had that. I think
I am so sad they got rid of it. And, I was like, if they come back with a mini size, I am definitely going to get it. So, Candice, can you see this Optimus Primal here?
Yes, I can see everything now, guys.
Yay! So this is by 3-0, and I was just curious, what do you think about this guy?
Hold on, I'll be right back. What is the difference?
I don't know what
her voice trailing off as she's talking. It's
gone. Bye.
The rapture took place. Oh no!
I can't run with that ankle. Okay, what?
Oh my God, that's the same Primal.
It can't be though, right? This was no,
that is identical.
Yeah, and this isn't released yet, is it? Is it?
This was the other one that came out a couple of years ago. I can't remember who it's by.
So this is 3-0 that we're talking about.
Jeez, they almost look identical.
They almost do. Can you show yours again?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
They look freaking identical. That's got to be 3-0.
The sword.
I mean, that's it. Even the panels on the hips are identical.
Yeah. So this is old news. There we go. Jimmy bringing up old news, folks. Hey, we landed on the moon. Just in case y'all didn't know.
God, I wish I could scream.
This is a Legend Scale company, Candice, called Robot Toys, and they make Legend Scale Beast Wars figures, and they got a Tigertron coming out. Billy, I know you love this company, and I think they do a great job. Love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, Candice. Is this something that you are thinking about picking up? Because they're about this big. They're little tiny guys. They fully transform. And,
on my very small screen. Yeah, hey, if they've got some of the characters that I love, I will definitely jump in. That looks really cute, that little Tigertron. That's adorable.
So I'm 100% in on it. I love Beast Wars. In all of my recent reviews of robot toys, I've shown them with the Chug line and some Masterpiece offerings to show that they are perfectly in scale if you're one of those scale collectors with those other lines. This is beautiful. My only fear is, I don't know if you look at that Tigatron, his eyes look like they've got LEDs in them. And I don't know how the heck they're going to make an LED work at a legend scale figure.
I
But
don't know
I'm
if it's
hoping
LEDs or if it's just
amazing paintwork.
yeah.
I'm not sure, but I'm super excited for it. And all I know is when I see Tigatron, that means we're getting an Air Razor. You know, that is the perfect pair. I know everybody loves Black Arachne and Silverbolt, but the pairing of Tigatron and Air Razor is just perfect. And I'm hoping we get, instead of a Shadow Panther repaint or another Tigatron repaint, when they do their 2-packs with this, we get an Air Razor. And yeah, Carly, I agree. The eyes look like they're glowing. The rumor going around, though, is that Robot Toys is going to re-release or remold Primal and Megatron in this new tune-accurate molding as opposed to the stylized molding.
Nice.
And if that's going to happen, I'm in. Both of those molds are fantastic.
We may have to send you some links, Candice, on where you can get them.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Billy's reviewer code.
The best place that they can get them is showzstore.com, where you could use my reviewer code BTK, which helps me grow as a reviewer.
That's it. That's it.
Cheap plug. That's my Mick Foley moment of the night.
There you go. There you go. We're going to hop into Hasbro. And just really quickly, the Lio Kaiser HasLab was fully funded, Tier 3 unlocked. So it ends tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. So if you have not gotten your Lio Kaiser and you do want one, here it is. Iron Factory has a really great one that's out, but of course, you know me, I'm going to get this, and Billy, you're probably going to live vicarious through me.
I will watch your reviews, I will share your reviews, and I will hope your channel grows as you review it.
Yeah, and they made some improvements to each of the bots. We won't go through all of them and things like that, but this is the thing I like about when they do HasLab. When they first talked about this,
I'm sorry, guys, I will be right back.
Yeah, no worries. When they first talked about this, everyone was like, "Oh, it's not done," but this is just a prototype and things like that. And Hasbro is always going to make their prototypes better and better and better on that. So, Candice, are you familiar with the Lio Kaiser character?
To an extent, to a very slim extent.
Yeah. That is my forte, is Transformers Victory. I love it. It's one of those amazing Japanese cartoons that we never got here, and I think it's one of the better of the three, from Headmasters, Super God Master Force, and then Transformers Victory on that. So hopefully, you never know, maybe we'll get HasLab Beast Wars. That would be kind of cool. But you never know. You can't say never, but we don't know what we don't know on that. So now we're going to jump to Takara Tomy here really quickly. Give me just a second to find my slide.
1 second. That's it.
There we go. That's all I got. There we are. And this is the new thing we were talking about. It's called Wild. Is it called Wild Kingdom or Wild Kings? I don't remember off the top of my head. Billy would probably know it. I can read something and then forget it like 5 minutes later. So that's me. Like, at work, they're like, "Hey, what about this?" And I'm like, "I know I just read it, but I don't know." But what's cool is they're going to come in these little packs. And so this is Optimus Prime here. And then we've got Megatron. But what's neat is they're going to be able to combine with these animals that turn into robots, almost Beast War-ish, that represent the elements: earth, wind, fire, and I forgot the other one is water. Yes, water. There we go. Not to forget water.
Captain Planet.
That's it. It just covers the entire dang planet. But Candice, we're going to show a video. I want to show this video here really quickly so you can kind of see what's coming out, because they're coming out with the show as well as with the toys. So here.
メガトロンワイルドキング雷のきらめきサンダーオプティマス惑星エレメントロスへ
Coming to YouTube. The video's not over yet.
日本オリジナル作品トランスフォーマーワイルドキングタカラトミー公式チャンネルで3月26日朝10時より配信開始。ビークルがビーストがトランスフォームエナジーマスターオプティマスプライムエナジービーストライトロングそして絆の力でワイルドキングライトニングオプティマスプライムライトロングスラッシュワイルドキングセットオプティマスプライム&ライトロングメガトロンセットもさらに君だけのワイルドキングを楽しもう
Had no clue what they just said, but nonetheless, I think they look really cool. They are directed towards kids, but I hope they bring these back, and I hope they dub it. And I'd love to hear who they do in an English voice acting on these. But Candice, is this your first time seeing these, and what do you think?
This is my first time seeing these. So what I thought was, look at that. That's cool. Everyone's gonna laugh at me, but this is how Beast Wars I am. So this is what I first thought of was them taking the whole idea from third season Beast Wars, having Primal, second season, having Primal taking Prime Spark, so they're just fusing them together. So they're just gonna have these guys fuse them together.
Yep.
Have the animals with the robots. Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah. And so I think they're taking the best of both worlds and just making it happen. Now, these are the initial release. They're going to have more, and I think they're all going to, every animal that they release is going to deal with earth, wind, water, or fire, so the elements. And I like what Ultra Megatronus said. It says the combined moon comes with a 4-leaf clover chest. I must be tired today. So, yes, it does come with that 4-leaf clover looking chest there. But really, really cool stuff. And I know Billy's over there with his kids and things like that. So see that, everything's full circle. Like you said, they borrow from all these other different seasons and stuff. You got Beast Wars, you've got everything, all sorts of things. And they go, hey, let's see what we can do to combine it all together into a new lore or a new whatever it may be on that. So, but Candice, you are the biggest now Beast Wars fan that I know. So what got you into Beast Wars? I'd love to know that.
Oh gosh. Well, ever since I was a kid, I loved animals. And I think the only really Transformers lore I was exposed to, because I was born in 1984. So I was too young to watch G1. But when the movie came out, the animated movie in 86, somewhere along the line, I started watching that with my brother, and I knew a lot of the characters. It just felt like I've always known G1, but I haven't really seen a lot of the old episodes until more recently that's been playing on Pluto TV.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the original series, I'll watch that. And you go through like 20 episodes, like, that was fun. But I still rely heavily on the animated movie. And so I was in middle school, I believe. I was about 12 years old when Beast Wars started airing. And so we lived about 45 minutes away from school with the bus. So our bus ride was 45 minutes. We get up really early and have breakfast and then sit down, watch a little bit of TV before the bus comes. And my brother was just channel surfing through the earlier channels back then. What was Beast Wars on? I don't know, 11 maybe? WB or whatever it was. It wasn't Fox. Fox was after. It was a Power Block, they had it called. Power Block. And so they had Beast Wars and Reboot, and eventually Pokemon was on there somewhere. I don't know. But so we came across Beast Wars. The very first episode was airing at that time. Didn't realize that at the time, but I just remember seeing Cheetor kind of running through, and he meets up with Waspinator, and my brother and I are like, "What the heck is this?" It's all animated and computerized and everything, and I instantly fell in love with the animation and the writing, the characters, and the voice acting, and Rat Trap was my guy. This is the very beginning. I loved Rat Trap and Rhinox. And then somewhere along the line started loving Optimus because they threw more into the selflessness and all that fun stuff, the leadership, and I guess kind of what you look for in a father figure. So it was that's kind of how I got into it. And then after that, I don't know if you guys know what VCRs are. And VHS tapes. But when I started drawing it, I was like, wow, I really want to draw these characters. And this is what happened. So you record it on the VCR with the VHS tape.
Yeah.
And you pause the scene you want, the character you want, whatever, on the VCR. Now the pause only lasts 5 minutes. Then it either stops or it starts playing again or whatever. And that's what I would do. I would sit in front of the TV and try to draw them as fast as I could before the pause went up. And if the pause went off, I had to rewind a little bit, go back to the same frame I was at, pause it again, and start drawing again. And that was my painstakingly intro to drawing Beast Wars.
Kids will never know the agony of VHS and Be Kind and Rewind and getting the $1 penalty of, if you don't rewind that tape there, or going to Blockbuster and looking to pick out your movie on Friday night, only for them to have just the cover there, and you're like, out. Why? There's like 300 copies and all of them are gone. So you ended up going home with the $1, Toxic Avenger or Friday the 13th Part 1. Your parents let you, or anything like that. So now, what's interesting, like for me, I'm a 75 kid. I was born in 75.
Nice.
So just turned 50 last week. So
congratulations.
All my check engine lights are on. Every light is on in my body. So, so I wouldn't say it's Beast Wars, but my introduction were the Dinobots, right? The Dinobots when they came, and then the Insecticons and stuff like that. And then it seems like they just took it to the next evolution. One of the things I loved about Beast Wars was it was computer animated, which was early for its time.
Yes.
And so that with Reboot, like you mentioned, Reboot was another one that was computer animated, and I thought it was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And B, the original Transformers cartoon was more kiddie and things like that. I mean, the movie, of course, the first 10 minutes of it tore out your childhood and your heart and things like that. But Beast Wars got dark pretty quick, it just got just really the story was much deeper than like what the Gen 1 Transformers stories were and things like that.
Yes.
So,
I always love to say that Beast Wars is the only kid cartoon that I can think of matures through the seasons. Like the first season is fun, you're getting to know the characters, it's kind of silly at sometimes and the jokes and whatever. Second season comes along, okay, we're getting a little more serious here. Third season, holy Nikes. It's real serious now, it's life or death, and yeah.
And it's okay. We're a PG-13 channel, so you can say at least a couple of words. So we're allowed to drop one or two every now and then on that. So Sis Coyote said, in the UK, it was incredibly hard to find Beast Wars on TV. Only saw a few episodes, had to wait for a VHS box set to come out to see the series proper on that. So, and then Ultra Megatron is here saying, I won't lie, I didn't originally first watch Beast Wars, but I did accept Optimus Primal because he took the name under homage to Optimus Prime. I think it was interesting seeing how it all, again, everything comes full circle. Talk about ripping out your heart, #code of hero, right? So you said Rat Trap is your favorite, and I'm assuming you have several Rat Trap figures, or just one or two, or anything. I see a cabinet back there full of figures.
A
So
few of them. This is only a few of them. I don't have all my stuff on display. I don't have enough room or enough shelves. But yeah, I've got the Transmetal Rat Trap up there. I've got the Bacon Rat Trap. I've got the original Rat Trap down there. The other old Transmetal. I've got both lab rats. There's a Transart and there was a original
yeah,
one. I have those guys. Pack Rat. Not the Bacon. I don't have the Bacon pack rat yet. But I got the other two, the Walmart and Transarts. And I can't remember any more Rat Traps. I already have the pre-ordered Masterpiece Rat Trap.
yes.
On store, so.
Looks amazing. It looks pretty cool.
That's what I try to do. I stick to like 2 characters. So obviously Optimus, I get every single Primal that I can, except for the Rise of the Beasts. I have nothing to do with that. But any other one that's kind of based off of the Beast Wars Primal, I'll get that. I'll just everything. I got this little all the little weird little things.
That is cool.
I gotta have them. I gotta have all the Primals and Rat Trap. So that's what it used to be Primal, Rat Trap, and Megatron because I love Megatron. But then it gets to be a bit much. So just stick it to my 2 faves. I'm a good guy person. I'm drawn to the good guys, so I'll just stick with the heroes.
What's interesting is in our last episode we were talking about collection endgame goals, right? Whether you're hey, I need to have everyone from season 1, or I need to have these kind of characters. So it sounds like you're more of a character collector versus I need to be a completionist around there. Now, Candice, is there one that you're like, oh, this is my holy grail that I want to get, that I have yet to find it at a really great price, or whatever it may be?
Yeah, those lucky draw Transmetal Optimus Primals. I think there's a gold and a silver.
Oh yeah.
I have the Transart silver one, but I don't have the original lucky draws, and I don't think I ever will.
You never know. Someone may not know what they have, right?
Impossible to find. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a collector I know who has the green Ramulus, which I would also love to have, but that is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And I can't justify the price.
Yeah, it's crazy. And thinking about Transart, I don't know if you heard the news of how they're kind of discontinuing what they're doing. So hopefully someone can pick up that mantle and carry that forward. And that one of the companies I hope is that Robot Toys, who's making that Tigertron, because they're also making a Masterpiece Scorponok.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So they're making that, which is going to be really cool. So hopefully they're one of those companies that can pick up this mantle, because again, you can see through all the comments, people love Beast Wars. And one of the things, there was a comment way back, NY Hunter said, I got serious watching Beast Wars after they visited the Ark. That blew my mind when you realize that this is you're just like, what? They're Optimus Prime is the ancestor of Optimus Primal, and it's like, it's so weird. Now all of a sudden we got this time, just Doctor Who wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, right? So, but yeah. So, favorite story arc for Beast Wars?
Ooh. Oh, that's a good question.
And anyone in the chat, if you have a question for Candice, feel free to ask. Test her knowledge. Test it.
Nobody knows who I am. You can't touch this. Favorite story arc. Now, are we talking about like how it transcends into G1, or are we talking about like character development?
It could be anything. It could be whether it's the way the story is going, or the favorite character development, or who is maybe like what was the most tragic character in that show?
Everybody knows that. Dinobot died. Okay, we all know. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry, spoiler. It's only been like 30 years. That was pretty devastating. You know what I kind of didn't like about the writing with that part was that you had Dinobot's death, which was so well done and so heartbreaking. Oh, something else I want to say about that. Real quick. I was a Rat Trap fan. My younger sister was a Dinobot fan. And I can't remember, like, I knew, maybe I saw the episode before she did, but I knew Dinobot was going to die. And I was so torn about telling her, you're going to lose your favorite character. But I still have mine, you know, it was heartbreaking. She might have cried. I didn't cry. I was sad about Dinobot, but I was sad about losing that whole Rat Trap and Dinobot arguments and bickering. Was so fun, and I'm just like, why? Now what? And then they have transmutate, right? It was like it was Code of Hero, then transmutate, and it was like, whoa, what just happened? Now we have this episode, and it was kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off. Okay, Dinobot's dead. We're moving on now. Yeah, we have like a little bit left of like a
little like Elton John's "Candle in the Wind," a little like montage or something.
You know what's funny, Jimmy? Is that sometimes I'll say, Dinobot's death wasn't the first death on Beast Wars. Okay, so I'll point it out there, guys. Optimus died. Hello, like everybody forgets Optimus died and saved the whole planet. No. The more traumatic one was Dinobot. Like, no.
Oh, not the leader of the not the leader of those guys, right? Not the leader there, but Dinobot. Yes, his is more tragic. On that. So someone asked here, Sir Coyote, Savage Shark asked, "What is your favorite episode?" Billy's back.
Sorry, folks.
So we were just talking about Dinobot and how everyone forgot that Optimus Primal died. Everyone just talks about Dinobot dying.
I loved when Optimus Primal died. We got the iconic Megatron scream from the first episode of the original Transformers. I loved Primal sacrificing himself. I was kind of I liked that. And Dinobot's great. One of the greatest story arcs ever. But nobody touches Tarantulas. He's my favorite. So
he is. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? It's that mad scientist. It's the mystery of not knowing, where he's from, who he works for. And the fact that his transmetal mode in robot form, he's got that like bald, like scientist thing going on. Like if you look at the actual shape of his head, it's like that toilet bowl bald thing going on. and I love it.
Yeah. So Savage Shark asks, Candice, what was your favorite episode?
I have so many favorites. One that always stands out because I love Optimus, obviously. Guerrilla Warfare. Man, he is a one-man army when he is pissed off. And you can't stop him, man. He infiltrated the base and took all those Predacons down until he was like on death's door. And I just thought that was amazing that he has all that firepower. It can do that much damage, but he doesn't. He's like self-control, doesn't go all out. He's very diplomatic first, find another solution before you get to the violence kind of character. And I absolutely love that. And that episode just showed how violent he can be.
Yep. That's great.
Yes,
what was your favorite episode, Billy?
My favorite episode of Beast Wars, it's not one episode, it's the agenda. It's the 3 agenda episodes. Like that changed Transformers for me. That just sold me on, I love this lore. I love this fandom. It doesn't get any better. And it really made it easier for me to take my truck not monkey friends and show them 3 episodes that made them say, holy moly, I need to go back and watch all of this. So yeah, that. And I love the last episode of the series where Waspinator is sitting there with the proto-humans and he has his plans. Like, that's that. But yeah, the agenda as a whole that is my Beast Wars. Question for Candice: since you are friends with most of the Beast Wars cast, did you ever meet the late Pauline Newston?
No, no, I never got a chance to meet her. I know she was at that one BotCon I never got a chance to go to. I was a bit young, and it was hard to get my parents to say, "Can we please go? Can we please go?" And Don Brown, I never met Don Brown yet. I think those are the only two.
So my good friend Nick from St. Mark's Comics at the old BotCons would always hang out and drink with Scott McNeil. They would stay up and drink all night long, and he's got some great war stories with good old Scott. I'm sure you've got amazing stories as well.
Any favorite stories there, Candice? That you can say on live, on.
It's I'm trying to think. You guys kind of threw me off on that one. Because I've been to so many shows now, and it's just they all kind of morph into each other. Any great stories? I gotta say, I think I don't really have one that like sticks out the most. My thing is I'm tied to Gary's table most of the time, so seeing him interact all day long with all the fans that come to his tables is like always the highlight for me. It's just the whole thing. He's so generous and so kind. That's like one whole story for me. It's just the way he is.
No worries. Ultraman Jonas,
throw it out, but
good night, my friend. All that. He says, I hope to have Billy and Candice on my live stream someday. Invite is open to both of y'all if you care to join someday. Have a great night, one and all. On that. So Norbs had a great question here. Which toy that never made it into the Beast Wars TV show would you have wanted to see animated? I'd love to have had Mantera and TM2 Prowl.
So I'm going to jump in on that one. I would have loved to have seen Mantera animated. He was the praying mantis with the blades in the arms. That would have been absolutely incredible. I would have loved that. And there was one that popped in my mind, and then I lost it. Oh, I would have loved the Beast Wars combiners to have made it to Beast Wars, like Tripredacus and Magnaboss. Just because Magnaboss was supposed to be the Gen 1 Prowl, Ironhide, and Silverbolt. So that would have been so cool to see. Like, I don't know, maybe they would have found them in the arc for season 3. God only knows what they could have written up. But it would have just been cool. Oh, wow, Rodimus Primal's in. Rodimus Primal. Awesome to have you here, longtime fan. Hope Florida's treating you well. I'm thinking of moving out of Jersey myself. And really good to have you here. Candice, what about you? What characters would you have loved to have seen animated? Ooh, Baboom's a good choice, Eric. Sorry.
Don't leave New Jersey. I'm over here in Eastern Pennsylvania. Don't leave. Sorry. Characters. Jawbreaker. The hyena, right?
Yep.
I just love how cool he looks, the toy. And hyenas are crazy. So he's supposed to be a Maximal, right? So I want to know how he would have been written in the show. Maybe it would have been kind of like Quick Strike, just aloof and just want to kill everything.
I always looked at him as a punch counter punch type that they could have done.
Yeah.
Or like, hyena mode, he's a Predacon, robot mode, he's an Autobot, however it would have worked, or a Maximal. That would have been wild. Polar Claw from Norbit's. Polar Claw,
that's a good one.
Would have been a cool little team up with Tigatron. That would have been like a cool little thing. Cyberchark. So Cybershark was cool, but I'm more of a Skybite guy when it comes to mechanical sharks.
Yeah. So Billy, you missed out. We showed off the Takara stuff. I'm going to go back so that you can kind of see it.
I love it.
Candice was like, oh, now they decided to do all this Beast Wars stuff with,
Well, I think we've got an anniversary coming up, don't we? Like there's a Beast Wars anniversary coming up, so it's perfect.
One next year.
So there we go. Optimus Prime. We got Megatron, and each of these represent one of the 4 elements: fire, earth, wind. September. No, I'm just kidding.
I got it. I was going to start singing.
And water, and then here they are combined. What I love is they. One of the things I forgot to point out is you can change the limbs however you want to.
Yeah, so I absolutely love them. I love the Long Rack tribute there. I know they're simple, but all I'm thinking of is I'm introducing my son to a new wave of Beast Wars or a new like startup or, to beasts. So I'm thinking of my 6-year-old son, the playability I'm about to have, and just how much fun we are going to have. The only thing I don't like are the elements in the center of the chest. They kind of detract from the robot designs. I'm sure like if you animated it in like a cool like anime, it would look amazing.
Have you seen the commercial?
I have not seen the commercial. I've been so busy, my friend.
Well, Candice, should we show him the commercial?
If I had to pick some characters from the Beast Wars toy line, Grimlock, Wolfang, Transmetal Scavenger was supposed to be Inferno's Transmetal mode. They just didn't have the budget for it, And yeah, I agree, Rodimus, with those combiners. Really nice to have you here chatting with us, by the way. I'm sorry. Jawbreaker and Inferno would have been a riot. I kind of agree with that. I think that would have been really, really nice. I agree. So let's see this commercial.
All right. Be ready to be prepared to be loud and not understand a word they're saying. So.
How do you know I'm not fluent in Japanese? Music's perfect.
Megatron! Wild King!
So I'm in love with that.
And it's a show. It's going to be a YouTube show. So, which will be really cool.
Watch it with Billy Boy every time a new episode comes. He was supposed to be Scavenger even before he was named Inferno. And then the Transmetal toy kept the Scavenger name. That is a wonderful fact that you were sharing with us. I think that's great. I had it the other way around. That's what I thought. But obviously, Rodimus Primal knows his Beast Wars very well. Totally dig that line. I think Takara Tomi's doing the right thing. I hope we do see an American release at some point, and it's not just a Hasbro Pulse black box with Transformers written on it release, because I think that they're missing a really big market. This is the Beast Wars night. I know I'm back and forth, but I should be here for the rest of the evening. I think that Hasbro's kind of missing it by not giving us a Beast Wars run. Even if they just say, hey, deluxe figures are going to be Beast Wars for the next, 2 waves or whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things we talked about while you were gone too, because we shared about the HasLab, Lio Kaiser. So what HasLab, if they were to do a Beast Wars HasLab, what would you like to see?
The bad guy from Beast Wars 2 that came to the planet, that big ship, he was the like their Unicron in a sense. Let me look up his name. Hold on. Damn it.
We've got Rodimus on. He probably knows.
I can't remember. I watched the show once and I can't remember.
Yep.
I have never seen Beast Wars 2 or Beast Wars Neo. Or
Beast Wars 2 is terrible, but the characters are great. Damn. There's like this giant Unicron-esque character from Beast Wars 2. And or maybe that's Neo. Hold on. Beast Wars, I think he was like a battleship monster guy.
I'm still hoping for a big convoy since they did a Magmatron.
I want big convoy mainline. I don't want that to be a HasLab.
No, it won't be a HasLab. I'm saying mainline, big convoy. I mean, it's perfect. Age of the Primes. Release a big convoy.
Oh, damn it! Why can't? And of course, like when you Google search, nothing shows up.
Google doesn't know everything. It doesn't. Rodimus Primal says, well, we already read that one. It's crazy that Takara Tomy is doing something fun that doesn't look as cheap as Cyberworld. Perfect for the younger audience. I would agree with that. Because, again, I think we talked about this last week. Eventually, you can't just, everyone wants Hasbro, Takara, all these people to continue making G1 characters and things like that. But there's a whole other world out there. And so, we need to continue making Transformers so that way, like, this generation kind of grow up with a new Transformers, whether it's a new Beast Wars like this would be, or something like that, or whatever it may be. We just need to continue that so that way we can continue having these toys, because eventually there won't be anyone to collect G1, right? Down the road. They'll be like, who is G1 and what is Megatron and what is this kind of stuff? So as long as we don't get a lot of Bayverse toys, I'm okay. But
so I can't find him. Maybe he was from Beast Wars Neo. It was this really cool bad guy that he was massive. It was a battleship that I want to say Galvatron brought back. Like crap. This is going to kill me.
Good night, Norbs. Have a good night.
Norbs, really have a great night.
Eric says a HasLab, Beast Wars, Tripredicus, and Magnaboss. I'll back those trice. And then Rodimus Primal pulling it in clutch. You're thinking of Majin Zarek.
That's it.
Monster.
That's the HasLab we need. Thank you so much, Rodimus Primal.
I don't even know what he looks like, but
I'm going to send you a picture.
All right. Just send me one of those pictures there. So now, Candice, we talked about your favorite Beast Wars episode.
I was going to say character.
Well, we can do that too. What is your least favorite? Let's start with least favorite Beast Wars character.
Oh gosh, I think okay. I think a lot of people might hate me for this. When it comes to the Maximals, Cheetor was my least favorite.
Couldn't agree more.
Oh, thank you.
You're not going to get crucified in the comments for it. How dare you?
I don't know. It's always like the younger characters I kind of disassociate from. I'm just, okay, you're too immature for me, and you keep screwing things up. You're getting yourself into trouble, and I'm just gonna go with the mature characters over here. And Silverbolt was kind of, it was a little too much into the whole "I love you, Black Arachnia" kind of stuff. I mean, just everything they did with Tigatron and Airazor was like perfect. It was subtle. It wasn't like in your face constantly, episode after episode. And I just thought that was really well done. And then you had the Silverbolt and Black Arachnia thing, and
then you had
how it came around in the end was okay, I guess. She became a Maximal like she was always supposed to be. But
just think about this. You're bringing this up. Transmetal 2 Cheetor with his Crush episodes was something that was worse than the little Neanderthal children. Okay, that was so bad. So
yeah, Rodimus Primal brings up a great point. What we just talked about isn't just toys, though. Transformers needs a fiction people can attach to. Skybound Energon Universe is doing awesome. I wanted a G1 continuation for forever, but yeah.
I agree with him fully. Jimmy and I speak about that Skybound comic series. I want to say every show.
And I want them to flesh it out. I want an animated, kind of like what they're doing with Invincible. But although the animation for Invincible was not that great this season, but I would love to see Void Rivals, Energon Universe, all that kind of stuff. So I hated Cheetor most when I was a teenager. There we go. Yes.
I honestly didn't mind Cheetor in Beast Machines. They kind of matured him a little bit, and then they screwed us up with Night Scream, right? You know, I was like, here's Leonardo DiCaprio as a Transformer, guys. Right?
Oh,
That's what they did to us.
Candice is disagreeing. She's doing the old Saturday Night Live. Billy, you ignorant slut.
Slightly. I don't know. I don't think we should even go into Beast Machines, should we?
I like Beast Machines.
Oh.
You know, the first season's rough. Okay, let's get it out. The first season of Beast Machines is rough. The second season is excellent. They wrap it up. I mean, I get it. Cybertron with an organic core is kind of strange, but I'm talking about the underlying messages. You know, with here's Megatron winning. He's taking over. They're showing you the dangers of genocide. Like never in any kids cartoon, and I know I'm going to throw people wrong here, but have they brought in a character with this Hitler-esque personality and let him win up until the last 2 seconds of the season? You know, it's so dark and it's so demanding emotionally that I get Beast Machines. I get it. Is it the best thing ever? No, Beast Wars is. But they wrapped it up, and I think they took it to a mature level that if we had better designs and better animation, I think it would have done much better.
So, Sir Coyote, I thank you for correcting me. Is when Cheetor was a teenager in season 3.
That's what I was saying. That is just horrible. That's that Crush Transmetal 2 Cheetor. That, oh my God, he's horrible. You know, it's horrible. And the voice actor is a sweetheart. He's one of the nicest people I ever met. And I feel bad bashing his character. But yeah, Cheetor season 3 is horrible. Thank God for Depth Charge. I almost wish he kind of took him out.
The whole Depth Charge and Rampage. What a great
dynamic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Like I loved Rampage in season 2, but then you bring in Depth Charge and you get this awesome Cybertron backstory of a colony that gets wiped out by this horrible character, and the guard that was supposed to be protecting everybody fails, and he's got this vendetta, and it's just wild. Hold on, Rodimus Primal. I got a kick out of it when it aired, but I can see the issue with Cheetor. Beast Machines felt kind of forced in places, and I get that. It was, but I'm just saying that darker tone, the path they took with Megatron, really, I loved. And I liked the Viacons being the sparks of former Maximals. Like, here's these guys that were Rhinox, who's, you know, in my opinion, if Primal died off, would have been the next leader of the group. Like, Rhinox has that prime essence to him. And then Silverbolt, who's the hero of heroes, and now they're evil, and they both liked it. You know, like, that's cool to me. I like that, but I like the bad guys. I love the bad guys. You know, there's no other way to word it. The Viacon, here we go. The Viacons and the music were awesome in Beast Machines, and this is the only Megatron that had won. I fully agree, Eric. I just brought that up. Like, yeah. And yes, it was an interesting idea. It was a terrible sequel. It was not handled well, but there's ideas there that are just wonderful.
Yes, there were some points you brought up, Billy, that I did enjoy about Beast Machines, and there was some of it that really just threw me off. I
am transformed.
I watched the whole series Beast Machines again, maybe like 2 years ago. So I'm older and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll like it more. And I actually I didn't. What I found more to be more annoying to me personally was some of the writing. There were some episodes where they fixed a problem between the Maximals, and then that problem comes up again. Why? Why can't we just move on? We're moving on now. We fixed that. We're better at it now. We're a team now. Let's move on to something else. But
I don't think the writers for that show had the same chemistry that the Beast Wars writers had.
It wasn't just how they changed a lot of the characters completely. Which
Rat Trap was horribly done. They turned him into a coward and like a jealous coward, you know, terrible. Hold on.
Coyotes. And somehow
we've got some and somehow the toys were worse than the show. Those toys were awful. They're like, I remember, so Beast Wars was for me everything. I was in high school for Beast Wars. Yes. And Ben's World of Transformers, Benson Yee, like my idol, my favorite reviewer of all time. I love you, Jimmy. You're number 2.
I still think that's a little too high on your list there.
Ben Yee posted like the first pictures of Beast Machines, and it was just like, what is this? What happened? And then the toy pictures got released, and it was like, it can get worse. So yeah, I fully agree with Sid here. Somehow the toys were worse than the show. That deluxe Optimus Primal has to be like one of the worst Transformers ever made. And I think there was like a wasp with a spring arm. So like you couldn't even pose it. The arm was just bouncing around constantly. The Viacons looked nothing like their show. Nothing looked like the show counterpart. I think the only good figures, there was the Night Slash Cheetor was good.
Right.
The core class Tankor was good. And they did like a later Thrust, right? That was the motorcycle Thrust.
Yeah.
Later on, there was like a smaller version of him that was good. Like they were show accurate at the end.
Right. Yeah.
And they were good, but like there was not a good Megatron, period. The Blast Punch Primal was good, but the gimmicks kept his arms from moving. You know, like I would rather have no gimmicks. Transformers, to me, the gimmick is they transform. We don't need spring-loaded punches. We don't need anything else. You know, unless you want to bring
no kung fu
I'm
action?
sorry?
No kung fu action?
No, except Jetstorm and Black Arachnia. I did like the Jetstorm figures, every Jetstorm figure, just not as Jetstorm from the show because neither of them looked like him. It was really great, though, to have Cybertron jets back. They weren't really Transformers. They became morphing. I just quoted, I am transformed. They were morphing. It was odd. How a techno-organic virus makes that happen, I don't know. Silverbolt's story in Beast Machines was great. You hated the Rhinox Tankor thing. I liked that different take. I liked that different take. Silverbolt being so spiteful was wonderful.
Before you get into something else with that whole Rhinox, I used to hate that too. A friend of mine had brought up, well, remember that episode of Beast Wars called Dark Designs when Rhinox became a Predacon for a while? This kind of brings that back. So I thought, okay, I guess I could kind of accept that. I don't know. I still loved how loyal Rhinox was throughout Beast Wars, other than that one episode. So it was still hard to take that he was now a Viacon and was bad guy. But they weren't wrong to be a bad guy.
I don't think any of us wanted him to be a bad guy, but it just was so cool to see him like conniving behind Megatron's back, thinking he's smarter than Megatron and doing all these things. And ultimately Megatron knew what was happening. Like Megatron's agenda lasted for 3 seasons of Beast Wars, 2 seasons of Beast Machines. Beast Wars Megatron is the best, most well-developed character in Transformers history. Like that character from start to finish is amazing in my mind.
Dinobot.
I love Dinobot, but Megatron is the only Megatron that won.
Yeah.
Like in 40 plus years of Transformers history, you've got one that has won, and he was always so calculating and so, I don't know, he's perfect. I love it.
I do take pride in that with our shows.
Yeah. Plus, Optimus Primal. I love Optimus Prime. I love Rodimus Prime. Rodimus Prime is my favorite Transformers character like ever. But Optimus Primal as a leader, as a character, to watch him grow from a science officer to this amazing Prime, like it's amazing. It's fantastic. Beast Wars, done. Air Attack Primal absolutely was good. He was just too big for the damn scale. Like there was no scale in Beast Machines. I know I rant. I go on a lot. I talk so much.
I was, you're going to the Beast Machines toys. I was just trying to think to myself, did I ever take any of them out of their packaging? And I did. I did have Jetstorm Thrust and Tankor.
First releases?
I think those are the only 3 I've actually played with, and then the others were just kept in their boxes because what was the point? I always looked at Optimus like, what the hell? He doesn't look anything like the show.
He was terrible. Like Optimus was a deluxe. Cheetor's a Voyager or a Mega at the time. Like Cheetor's like 1.5 feet tall, and then Optimus is this big, right? Then they bring in Night Scream, who gets the Ultra class. And it's like, what is going on here? The Black Arachnia figure was good. She was pretty good. Silverbolt
it was
Silverbolt's bad. The Silverbolt toy is so bad. It's so bad. They literally just have him turn over on his head, and it's, oh yeah, he's a bird.
Rat Trap was kind of big too, wasn't he?
Rat Trap, yeah, he was a Mega. He was big, and they gave him legs instead of the wheels, and he didn't do anything he was supposed to do. It was pretty bad. Rodimus Primal states, what I came to realize is that Rhinox was never really there. Tankor was with Rhinox present. It was kind of acknowledged after he died. That's a good realization. I kind of like that the Tankor programming kind of took over. That's pretty cool. I need a box set of Dark Rhinox and Dark Optimus Primal and that gray Black Arachnia from those episodes. I would actually pick up the Kingdom versions in those variants. I think that would be pretty cool. I loved the gray Rhinox. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Anything Black Arachnia, I'm happy to pick up. It's a great character. I've been inspired tonight. Timmy boy, I love you, bud. Starting up season 1, episode 1 of Beast Wars for a binge watch.
Hey, I've started.
You can't go wrong with that. And yes, Optimus was riddled with clear plastic. I think I bought like 4 or 5 of that figure. And I think that's why they made him a deluxe, because they knew, they need Optimus. Let's just make one that can break. Since we're talking Beast Wars, I've got the Roku channel at home, and my son and I watch the Transformers channel. Has anyone noticed there is never Beast Wars episodes on that thing? It's always like Prime, Animated, and Gen 1. I've not caught Beast.
I didn't even know there was a Transformers channel. I've usually been watching on Pluto or Tubi.
There is a Transformers dedicated channel on Roku. It is awesome, but they don't air Beast Wars, and I don't get why. Now, I've got them all on DVD, so we watch plenty of Beast Wars, but it is what it is. So
Pluto wasn't airing Beast Wars for a long time either. And then I started seeing Beast Machines, and I'm like, what the heck? Put Beast Wars on here.
No, I
finally put it on.
I'd rather watch Beast Wars any day of the week. I'm just saying that I can accept the ending of Beast Machines.
Yeah.
That's all. I did paint my Beast Machines Black Arachnia, and that really improves with her spider head painted. That's awesome that you did that. I believe the Takara version of her toy was show accurate, though. Pluto TV plays Beast Wars. There you go. Eric, thank you so much. I will download that app tonight, and I will binge watch.
Every weeknight is Beast Wars.
Yep.
That's it. I know I was back and forth. Did you guys discuss at all your hopes for the future of Beast Wars toys? Like, what do we hope to see? We have a huge anniversary next year. Like, what do you want to see in the cards? Like, me personally, now that we have the Masterpiece Rat Trap coming out, I really hope we get a Masterpiece Air Razor. Like, she's such a great character. And there's really been, I know the Kingdom figure was nice, but I would love a really detailed, show accurate Air Razor that only the Masterpiece line can bring us. What do you guys hope for with this Beast Wars future? Like, Candice, what do you want? As a collector, I don't think you're out buying every Transformer out there, but I could see you picking up every Beast Wars figure that gets released. So what do you want?
I just want them to finish at least the first season Masterpiece characters. As you said, Air Razor, we have Rat Trap finally. Rat Trap coming out soon. Air Razor would be great. And then the rest of the Predicle, right? Inferno, Scorponok. I know Robot Toys, you said, has one coming out, but like the official Masterpiece line, to finish that would be great. Transart was on a roll with all the second season, jumping into third season.
and then we lost them. So, so it's just I just want that to be finished. I would also love to have an upscaled version of the show, like a 4K or something real nice.
Well, I think on YouTube there's a 4K transfer.
I want something. I want physical copies
in hand. You sound like my buddy Nick.
Just so I can have all the detail I can get to put in my drawings.
I believe there was a leak though for next year. There is a Masterpiece Season 1 Tarantulas coming out, and I believe Masterpiece Waspinator.
Wow.
Those were the two. It's just sheet leaks. There's no photos yet. I would love to see those. I mean, how on earth do we not have a Masterpiece Waspinator yet is beyond me. Like, I feel like Waspinator being a brand new character, and I know he's not new now, but at the time, here's this brand new character that was just as like iconic as Optimus and Megatron.
Right.
Like there's nobody that you could talk to that's even like has an inkling of a fandom in them. You could bring up Waspinator and they know exactly who it is. They'll do the voice. Yep. They'll do their like little mannerisms, and it'll be amazing. So Waspinator, I can't believe we haven't seen more of.
Other than that, another new comic would be nice, but I really don't have any high hopes. I mean, time and time again, this is just my own observations, that Beast Wars gets the short end of the stick, and I've just given up. I'll just take what I can get, and I just want the Masterpiece line finished. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Not too much.
Yeah. I honestly think comic book would be the way, because like with the Energon universe, what Skybound's doing, I think they can integrate that. And I think they can do some really, really cool stories with that too as well. If they bring Beast Wars, if they start introducing them into Void Rivals, would be really kind of interesting to see them doing that. I would love a new comic book. I would love to see, not just like, because what I loved about the new comic books that are out now, they didn't try to like reboot the series or anything like that. It was just a new story.
I agree. Comics are probably the way to go, but I would love a new story. But I kind of agree with Eric with the Pre-Earth Maximals and Predacons done right. If they would just give us like, I don't know, a 12-issue mini-series of the creation of Protoform X, like that alone would be enough to appease my Beast Wars desires. And it does. I understand that, hey, they're pre-Cybertronian or they're pre-Beast Wars forms there, but they could do something to tie it in, that there's researchers coming from other planets, and maybe we'll get Long Rack in there. We'll get like these other characters that have beast modes already, and it just leads to Beast Wars. Like, I'm fine with that. Bobcat, how are you? Thank you for joining us. We've got a fun little show going on. This has been one for the ages. How I'm going to word it. Somehow everything has worked out tonight, and it's
down with the sickness.
You don't even want to know. I'm not even going to go into detail, and that's how it's going to go.
So if you were, here's a good question, and I don't know. So Candice, if you were to find somebody and they were like, you wanted to introduce them to Beast Wars, and you wanted to, they've never seen it, they've never heard of it, they never what, and they say, hey, I'm trying to get into Transformers. I keep seeing people playing with these things. I keep seeing these shows. What would you recommend?
I mean, other than starting with the first episode of the first season.
And it could be like what toy, saying, hey, you should probably get this toy, or you should watch. Yeah, of course, watching the first season. Like, how would you sell somebody on going, hey, you need to watch this show? If you like Transformers, you would love Beast Wars.
Do you love robots? Do you love animals? Do you love animals that transform into robots?
Then you'll love Beast Wars. But what would be the one, like, if I was to collect, like you said, like if I'm a new collector to Beast Wars, which robot would you tell me to get?
Oh gosh, you know what's so great about Beast Wars is how colorful the toys are and how different. Like there's insects, there's dinosaurs. Or what do you prefer? I would try to gauge what they're into already and kind of pull off of that. So okay, well if you like the T-Rex, main character here, main bad guy's T-Rex. Wait till you see the third season. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I'm not really good at pitching ideas like that.
Billy, what would you recommend?
Off the top of my head, just because we want to get people into it and love it.
What's up, Derek?
Derek, my man, what's up? Hold on. I'm sorry. I got caught up. Derek always, gets a shout out. Derek's an amazing guy. Derek. It would be the first Rat Trap, just because he's got that spring-loaded transformation. Like, boom, here you go. He's transformed. He's posable. He's a blast. The first Optimus Primal, Ultra Class Primal, just because it is just so show accurate and so much fun. And Transmetal Tarantulas, who's just another fun figure. Those are toys that you just can't go wrong with. I would probably, if they're trying to watch the show, it's so hard because there's so many great episodes, but I'd almost want to bring in people at the introduction of Depth Charge, because we're the arc's there. Primal's in that optimal Optimus form, so he's going to look like an Optimus Prime more so than a monkey or any of those other things. So you can get these people in, and the Depth Charge character is just, it's like RoboCop as a transformer, and it's a cool, I don't know. I just feel like
I like that.
Yeah, like I get that RoboCop vibe, and I would just say, hey, check a few of these episodes. I actually have a list of episodes that I send to people, and because I don't want to throw people right into Code of Hero, because I feel like they need to watch from episode 1 on to Code of Hero to understand the depth of Dinobot.
Right.
Like there's so much build there, back and forth. So it's hard, especially how much I love the show. Like it's hard for me to say there's a bad episode. Like, yeah, there's a few throwaway episodes in season 1, but season 2 is perfect from start to finish. Like you could probably say, hey, here's 5 season 1 episodes that'll really get you to understand the characters. Right. You have to watch season 2 from start to finish. And if you don't love it by the end of that episode of the agenda part 3, you're never going to get it. Depth Charges are John Wick. I fully agree. Absolutely. Sid, yeah, Transmetal Tarantulas, that figure is so much fun. I still own that one. Yeah, I don't know. All of Beast Wars animated and UT and Prime are free on Tubi to watch.
On Tubi. Yes, Tubi
Candice,
is amazing.
Derek says hello. I don't know if we pulled that up or not, but Derek did say hi.
Yeah, hi, Derek.
Power Rangers and all that. I'm not a Power Rangers guy, but I know there is a Power Rangers channel. Yeah.
I am starting to kind of slowly get into it.
No, you're not.
Watching some of these shows. I am. I'm watching these old, like this.
I do watch the old Japanese Super Sentai episodes. They're fun. To appreciate Dinobot is to appreciate the relationship between Dinobot and Rat Trap. Come on, that's our odd couple. What is that?
So I picked it up. It's Jet Garuda, and so I was like watching the show, and I was like, this was Power Rangers before Power Rangers was a thing, and so it's too
that's
cool.
just because you love robots.
I do. I love big robots, and I cannot lie.
You know what I would have done? I would have done the episode where Waspinator gets possessed by Starscream.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think of that. However, I really feel like Pterosaur should have been the one possessed, but that's just me. But throw down an episode where Black Arachne is possessed by tarantulas. I get that. I loved that. Super Sentai is great. Couldn't agree more. I just started the old Ultraman with my son, and he's digging that. But yeah, I mean, Beast Wars is, perfect. It's really hard to. I mean, nowadays, I think the hardest thing to get people into at Beast Wars is the animation, just because it's so dated.
Understand.
You know, why are you rolling your eyes?
No, I don't understand. I don't. Maybe it's because we
grew up with it.
We grew up with the animation, right? Our minds were blown. It was like, holy shit, this is
between that and Reboot.
Formers.
Yeah.
And that's how I draw exactly like the show. So if you're saying the animation's crap, does that mean
No. Your drawings are far more lifelike than the stiff animation. What I'm getting at is, you know, you've got bland backgrounds on this show now, right? There's some episodes don't even have shadows. When Dinobot dies and they're doing the flyover, Transmetal Rat Trap is in his season 1 mode. You know, like there's just things that by today's standards can be improved upon. Now, do not get me wrong. When the first time I saw Transmetal Megatron, my jaw was to the floor. It is still my favorite Megatron design to this day.
I agree.
Right? It's Transmetal Megatron followed by Transformers Animated Megatron. Right? Those are my two designs, two totally different characters. But if I was going to show you a badass Megatron, that's it. I get Megatron as a gun is cool and all, but he's nowhere near as imposing as a Transmetal T-Rex. Like, there's just something about it that is wild. Hold on. Shout out to Mainframe, because Beast Wars, Reboots, and War Planets introduced us to a whole new level of animation. I couldn't agree more. I think I just brought up Reboot. Granted, it was quick, but yeah. And then Shadow Raiders, absolutely. Like, there was some great stuff that we had back in the late 90s. Rodimus Primal, I grew up on Gen 1. Beast Wars brought me back hardcore as a Transformers fan. When I connected to Gen 1, I was drawn in. Yeah, brother, I'm the same exact way. It's got to be a Jersey thing. You know, I grew up on Gen 1 too. Obviously, we all grow up and fall out, but Beast Wars sucked me in way harder than any other series ever did. What Transmetal 2 do you guys own that I'm glad that I still have Prowl the Owl. I don't own any of them anymore. So my house was destroyed in Hurricane Sandy, and I lost my comics, most of my toys, a couple of my cosplay suits that I'd like, Iron Man suits and things that I had built, all went out to the ocean. We were on 2nd Street in a beach town. The only Transmetal toy I own now is currently Transmetal Tarantulas and Beast Wars Megatron, who's up here from Jimmy G. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. He sits on display. I'm too afraid to review him because I don't want him to shatter.
Oh, yeah. That metal plastic.
Yeah. So I own 2 official Beast Wars figures. One is from Jimmy G. One is from Nick at St. Mark's Comics, and it is my 2 favorite characters from the show. It couldn't be, you know, I couldn't be happier with those that I own. A roller skating T-Rex with VTOL wings. I mean, it doesn't get cooler than that. And then, yeah, Rodimus Primal. Tonight is the night of the stars. I couldn't agree more. You know, Megatron's a T-Rex, not a pew pew. I mean, I mean, here's the thing. We're talking Beast Wars, right? And everybody's like, oh, they're so much smaller than the Gen 1 characters. T-Rexes were friggin' huge. Okay, there's no possible way that Megatron was smaller than a Gen 1 character. It's just not happening.
See you later.
And then Transmetal Megatron, who's bigger and stronger, there's no way. I don't care what the size charts say. A 40-foot dinosaur is going to be bigger than a Volkswagen Bug that turns into a robot. It's just, that's it. Daughter's crying, gotta run. Brother, I totally understand. New York Hunter, it's always good to have you here, bud. All right. I believe a little while ago we were talking about the future of Beast Wars and what we see. We know Hasbro's probably not going to be releasing much. right? I personally think, and this is my opinion, Robot Toys is doing masterpiece scale and legend scale. Their quality of figures is improving with every release. All right, I have from the start to their Cheetors, which just came out. I think that they can fully embrace Beast Wars and give us exactly what we're looking for. Now, if you're a masterpiece collector and you care about scale, scale, hold on real quick. Scale matters as much in Beast Wars as in Gen 1. Sid, I agree, but there's no way a T-Rex is going to be smaller than these characters. It's just not going to happen in my mind. But anyway, if you're a masterpiece or a chug collector, Robot Toys legend scaled figures scale with both lines. Like, you're good. Robot Toys, in my eyes, is the future of Beast Wars. And I hope they keep releasing them. And once they do the show characters, I hope they give us characters like Canine and Retrax and the Pillbug. Yeah, that's Retrax. You know, maybe they could make him posable, you know? Eric, thank you. Hopefully you subscribe to everybody in here. We all kind of work together and share the same passions. Definitely follow Candice on Facebook because she's got her art that she posts in every Beast Wars group, and it's really incredible to see. Hold on. The night before Hurricane Sandy hit, my wife and I went to Seaside Heights on the boardwalk. Yeah, man. So I'm in Union Beach, and Seaside's about 40 minutes from me. I totally get it. I miss it. The roller coaster in the middle of the ocean was crazy. One of my favorite episodes in Beast Wars is when Black Arachnia became a Transmetal 2 Maximal. That journey to get there was pretty epic. It was wild seeing that Tarantulas' coding like truly like was that deep into her, and to see the way that it was done, like how Ronox had to go in and cut these cables, and it was so cool. I just got myself a power hug off of Japanese auctions. I can't believe you actually bought the figure. Keep it in the box. Keep it in the box. But yeah, Beast Wars was everything to me, and I would love to see it come back. I agree with you that there's no real belief in what Hasbro is going to be doing.
Yeah.
Hopefully Takara can flesh it out.
I think that's where you're going to see the market right there.
Yeah, it's going to be Masterpiece, and I really think Robot Toys is the one that's going to pick up the torch from Transart, who I love. I'm a big Transart supporter, but the way that they kind of ended their run was wrong to do to the fans. And I think Robot Toys is going to pick up those pieces. Beast Wars Megs was to scale with an actual T-Rex. Rat Trap was bigger than an actual rat. Cheetor was to scale, but everyone technically wasn't. Beast Wars Megs wasn't. Okay. See, I didn't see it that way, and I appreciate what you're saying. I always envisioned him as a T-Rex. Like, he scanned the skeleton of a T-Rex. I would imagine he would have scanned himself to be as big and powerful as that skeleton. And let's just imagine it was Sue that was scanned. I'm a dinosaur nerd. All right. I like Sue. She's my T-Rex. I would imagine he would have put himself in that size. All right. I would hope. I know Jimmy's laughing at me. Why do we both have Billy the Kid on our name?
Because I don't know why. The storm is rolling in, and so my internet cut out really quick. Yeah, so I came back in, and it came back in with you. Hey guys, I'm Billy the Kid. Welcome. Yes, I can't do Billy the Kid.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh my God. Do you own any of the Robot Toys, Candice?
The Robot Toys?
Yeah, the Legend scale.
I'm sorry, gosh.
She's like, I got a whole shelf of them right here.
Hello. I don't. No, I don't. I was just thinking of the other ones I have that are like little tiny Beast Wars figures, but they're for different. Oh, that was Transform Element, or whatever it's called.
I have the Transform Element Black Arachnia. That's all I own from them.
Oh.
But the Robot Toys Megatron is far more stylized, right? So rumor is they're going to be releasing him more show accurate, but they're full of die cast, which is a lost art. The Primal is incredible, super fun. He's got the launchers are built into his Arms, my fingers are not going to let them flip out. And he has the shoulder cannons, really done well. But then recently they released Cheetor, and tell me that isn't like CGI model down to the T.
Right, that looks great. See, yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, so what they're going to be doing, I believe, is refleshing out their Megatron and their Optimus to be show accurate.
Okay.
I feel like they're kind of the future. Their Scorponok looks incredible. Their masterpiece scale Scorponok. And they're redoing the face sculpt because the fans were saying that it's not show accurate. So they actually went back to the drawing board and are redoing the face. Eric, thank you so much, man. We truly appreciate you coming out. We appreciate your, you commenting and being a part of the show. That's the stuff we like. I'm loving the audience participation tonight.
Oh yeah, it's been great. It's been great. Now I got a guilty confession to make.
Uh-oh.
I only have one Beast Wars toy.
Like in life, like at one point I owned every Beast Wars toy. Beast Wars 2, every Beast Wars Neo.
I did buy some of the Beast machines when they came out, and then I saw they were crap, and then I just returned them. But like right now in my current collection, I don't have any Beast Wars, which I need to have. I want to get the robot toys. The only one I have, and I'll show you here, is, of course, Billy, you're not going to like it. It's the Iron Factory.
Oh, yeah. It's got that guy, too.
Yeah.
See, they're not samurais to me.
They're samurai.
They are.
They got swords.
They are.
They fight with honor.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave, and you guys can have a show about samurai beasts. Rod,
we will.
Yes. Look, Candice has got it too. Come on, Billy. Everyone's doing it.
Primal,
I'm out. We've had a few shows talking about Hasbro changing their business model. Mm-hmm. We totally see it, but we've had guests on that have pointed out how Hasbro can move forward with their new method. And Transformers and G.I. Joe are safe in the realm of Hasbro.
That's their bread and butter.
Yeah, that we know. Here's another one, Eric. Man, he just subscribed, so I almost have to buy the damn toy. Flames Toys for Eye is amazing. I hate model kits, but I need that one.
Eric, isn't that this one?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So that's different from the other one we were talking about earlier.
So maybe that is the Flame Toys, and 3 Zeros is.
I don't remember what it was called.
I don't know. Derek, what are you whatting? What are you saying what about? Because I'm hold on. Oh, there it is. Here's the answer. All those Transformers you have, and you only got one Beast Wars figure.
Derek, I will at least get one spot. I usually try to get one spot in most people's games just to support them.
Just for support. Amen to that. Beast Wars, man, I swear I had every character from all the Japanese lines, I even had that friggin' octopus that Takara released.
You're so famous.
Yeah, here I am.
Don't get me wrong. I will be getting, like I said, the robot toys. I want to get those. I don't have them. I definitely am. I don't want to get Masterpiece because I'm trying to get out of Masterpiece.
I sold all my MPs off. They're gone.
Yeah. But I mean, they look great. Don't get me wrong. They look gorgeous. But definitely, gosh, I do want to get. I do want to get into Beast Wars. Of course, I'm the hugest Voltron fan. So if it's between Voltron and an Optimus Primal, I'm going to get a Voltron every day.
Yeah, well, I might have to find a way to get some Optimus Primals out to you.
I love Optimus. Any Optimuses. I can't believe this is the only Optimus Primal I have. I thought I had more, but that's the only one.
Primal is Beast Wars. Primal is fantastic.
So you could replace that and say Gary is Beast Wars.
Gary is Beast Wars. I'm so upset that Ron Perlman voiced Primal in Rise of the Beast still to this day. I just think it's wrong. And I get that Perlman was Primal in that Matchma series. I get that there's a history there, but Primal, it's Gary. The voice that you hear is Gary. Period. It's like anybody else. It's Primal and David K as Megatron. they're the only ones that work.
Yeah.
You know, like Kingdom showed how bad it can be.
Yes.
You know, Dr. Wu. If Dr. Wu did a Beast Wars line, I'd buy them because I just couldn't say no. But I think they'd be way too small. I'm too far into Trans Art Masterpiece Beast Wars whole. I can't go for another scale, but Trans Art's done. They're not making anything else.
That's a great. Rodimus Primal just put a great comment there, and I 100% amen to that one.
I can't read; it's too small.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It is a crime to
the fact
our
we
whole
have not
community.
gotten an official Primal and Prime with Gary and Peter together is a crime.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. I'm so mad now. I'm playing with this Optimus Primal.
Then,
on camera.
even with I think even all the counterparts. You got Frank and David, right?
Yep. I would love to see the David K. Megatron.
Yeah.
Interacting with the Frank Welker Megatron, like that would just be something. I don't know.
Like if both of them went to TFCon, we'd be like, "Hey, can we have some dialogue between y'all?"
Just a minute. Just
here, read this.
Ron, no, and Eric, I agree that Ron Perlman did a good job. I just feel that Gary earned the place after so many years of voicing that character and fleshing out that character that nobody could have done it the way Gary could have. And Ron did a fine job. He did. I enjoy Rise of the Beasts. I do watch it still, but it's just hard not hearing Gary's voice.
Mr. Vice.
TK Wilson. I love Mr. Perlman, but I was so mad that Mr. Chalk wasn't Optimus. I mean, we all were. I mean, if they wanted to fill seats, the easiest thing they could have done was bring in the Beast Wars cast, and every one of us would have bought tickets every day. If they couldn't afford Thor for TF2, I think I would be happy with Gary Chalk coming back as Optimus. I want Gary back any day of the week.
And we lost Candice.
They did a video. Candice is gone. And the Los Angeles booth, both Megatron, David K. posted it. I'm going to have to check that out. I will have to check that out.
There she is.
I'm going to set her back.
Where am I?
That's okay. We see your house. And it's a lovely
hey, all hands on deck.
Back camera, front camera. Which one's the front? No, that's the other one. There we go. Okay.
There we are.
Sorry. Oh,
That's it. That's it.
I'm okay now. So yeah. So yes, Gary definitely deserves to come back.
He does.
Yeah. And I'm sure he'd be
It's a
open
huge
to
part
it.
of the franchise, whether people like it or not. Monkey. Well,
Yeah.
too damn bad.
No, I think that the Beasts have
That crap.
I think that the Beasts have earned their place. I don't think there's many Truck Not Monkey people left. I've got to show y'all some old Gary Chalk and Scott McNeil Botcom battle. See, Derek, earlier in the show, I was talking about how my best friend Nick from St. Mark's Comics would drink with Scott McNeil at the old Botcons, and that there are some amazing war stories and just how incredible he is with his fans. The whole time in the cinema, I was thinking it could have been great if this was Gary. Yeah, I think I would have loved to have heard his voice one more time. They could have even had him voice Apelink, and I would have been happy. Just to have him there, But I'm not sure, what else do we have to talk about here? I'm like,
Well,
I don't know.
I guess if we want to kind of wrap things up, Candice, what do you got? What's the future hold for you and your channel with your channel and your Facebook page? Anything you got coming up on the horizon?
Well, thank goodness Gary is getting through this cancer, because we probably wouldn't have Primal Parodies anymore. So, well, I guess we're going to continue that. I'll make him. No. No. I'm
Is this like a Deliverance thing?
I'm looking at TFCon Chicago. I'm hoping I can fly out to that show. That'd be great.
Jimmy and I are doing what we can to be there.
Right, because it's like one of the easier ones. Well, Billy and I can get to right from the East Coast. So, where are you, Jimmy? Oh, you're down south.
Yeah, I'm in beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee, nice. So that's easy for you too.
Yeah, it's about an 8-hour drive.
Man, nice. What else? Oh, so I've got some artwork I wanted to get done. I want to start working on more projects for the 30th anniversary for Beast Wars next year because somebody's got to do it. Hasbro's not going to do anything. Trying to think. What else? What was the question?
Yeah, just what's on the horizon.
On the horizon. Yeah, Beast Wars.
Now, can anyone buy your art? Like,
I don't really have like a specific website or anything. I mean, I have some prints on Etsy. I think it's still called Hidden Toys. There's a guy who prints them as people order them. So I have a few on there, but I don't really have anything. Like, you'd have to like contact me personally to ask for something, and even then I kind of suck at that because I hate going to the post office figuring out how to
so analog.
But I am on Facebook. I have personal Facebook. I have I don't even know what it's called anymore because I don't use it. Oh, how about Instagram? I'm on Instagram. I've got Primal Parodies on Instagram. I've got myself on there, Candice, Santora, Candice Santora, and YouTube, obviously Primal Parodies on YouTube. You can follow us there.
There we go.
And I try to keep everybody updated with Gary's cancer stuff going on. He should be done with that in June. His chemotherapy should be done in June, so that's exciting. And hopefully he'll get right back to his big old loving self after that chemo gets out of his body.
Maybe we'll do like a celebration show when he's done, and we'll all get on and just talk Gary.
I have been thinking about doing something like that. Yeah,
that would be fun.
Yeah, we'd love to host that forum. Give him a forum to speak to everybody.
I hope he gets well enough that we see him at TFCon Chicago.
Oh man, absolutely! I will bring him a bottle of hot sauce.
As soon as he gets over this cancer stuff, he does want to get back into the convention circuit. So it'll be exciting if he's invited to some shows. I hope so.
So I don't want to cut everybody off. There's some really cool stuff in the chat that popped up that I just want to bring up. Eric stated, since we're talking Rise of the Beasts, they swear that Wheeljack was supposed to be Rat Trap. He's the color scheme, and even says the iconic "We're all gonna die." They made their own custom figure, and it works. I see that concept. I get it. Unfortunately, I feel like Rat Trap was supposed to be a part of that original crew, and he died somewhere along on Earth in the years going. But Rodimus Primal here says something that I fully agree with. They didn't give respect to the other Beast Wars characters in Rhinox. Rhinox was voiced by David Sobloff. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. The guy that voiced Depth Charge voiced Rhinox in Rise of the Beast, and they cut all of his dialogue. That's mind-blowing. Cheetor, he had his lines cut as well. There were no beasts that rose.
What did I say, guys? Beast Wars is always getting the short end of the stick.
Agreed.
It drives me crazy.
Yep, he said he got so much heat for Rise of the Beast. Wheeljack, Gen 1 hating Twitter X went after him for his opinions on it. That's, the anonymity of the internet really can hurt our fandom. That's how I'm going to explain it. Just to explain myself, the director said he couldn't fit his favorite characters into Rise of the Beasts, and he called him Rat-a-tat-tat-tat. I didn't know that. Now, I don't even think that they could have done Rat Trap right in that film. What I would appreciate, and I don't know if it'll happen, but it's my dreaming, it'd be kind of cool if they're doing this GI Joe Transformers crossover. Why don't you have the Joes and the Autobots Maximals teaming up together, and you can have Tunnel Rat and Rat Trap as like a espionage team? That'd be kind of like fun and cool. I kind of get a rise out of that. But yeah, I don't know what more there is.
So yeah.
Yeah, I know he didn't even know the name. Rise of the Beast was rushed. It wasn't handled properly, and it was just a cheap cash grab. I don't even think they knew what they were doing when they wrote up Optimus Prime's character. Like, you have Optimus Prime hating humans. We have, 7 movies of him killing and saying everyone's got to die. Like, Optimus Prime would have never left to let the Decepticons destroy Earth to prove a point. That's not Optimus Prime. So these writers don't know Transformers anyway. He also voiced Battletrap. I didn't know he voiced Battletrap as well. Good to know. But still, like, I would love to have heard Rhinox say a line or two, But with that, Candice, I want to thank you for being our guest tonight. I want to thank you for interacting with the fans. I do need you to give Gary our love, and definitely open that invite that if he ever, wants to do I've won the battle and you guys want to come and just do a whole show of fan appreciation. I don't mind giving the forum up. Like, I will stop talking for once. All right. And that's no small feat. Okay.
Some fans were asking on my channel that, hey, can Gary do the live stream stuff so we can reach out to him? And I'm not right now. He's still doing the chemo.
No, this is not the time.
People realize how much the chemo affects your body and your mind. It's just, you're too tired. You don't want to do anything like that. It's just, he loves you. He loves all of you. He loves all of you. Just can't do that interaction stuff right now.
I'm thinking like September. Give him the summer to heal, right? Let him get his. I've gone through several family members who've fought different variations of that. I would never push on something like that. But when he's ready, if he wants a forum, we'll give it to him. That's all I'm stating. There's so many people here, though, before we go, stating, please just let Gary know. There's people here. They want him to get well soon. Derek's, we're still praying for him. Do we clip our shows and make posts? If you go to our channels, we do have the restreams of the shows, but we don't edit anything. Between children and work and life, I don't have time to edit the good stuff into one short clip. Tim, I would imagine this is Tim here. Tim is the guy that came up with this show. Tim put Jimmy and I together, and here he is saying thank you for the show. Candice, he loves your work and hopes to see you at TFCon. Tim, thanks for joining us. Thanks for having us.
Tim, we got to get you on the show.
That we have here. Yeah, we need Tim on. There's a couple guys in here that have been talking that I'd like to get on. So we've got some brainstorming to do. Yeah, because it's that easy.
We can have 10 people on here.
I know we can, but that's going to be like celebrity squares of whose line is it anyway? Like, it's going to be an amalgamation of madness. Gary definitely needs to recuperate once he's back on Cameo. I know he's back on. We all miss him. He did a few intros for me.
That's right.
I truly appreciated that. Rodimus agree. Let him rest. We'll be happy to see him once he's beaten it. He's in all of our prayers, and just give him our love. We're all happy. I watch every one of those videos you put up of him coming back from treatment and, his announcement that, he's, I guess we'll say in remission. I don't know how else to word it. It's just nice to see him move along this way. And you keeping us informed is appreciated. And that's a real big part of why we had you on. Like, you've really kept this community, especially the Beast Wars community, going and, contributed more than any of us ever could. And we appreciate
when this whole thing started, we were kind of quiet about it. We weren't telling everybody. And then once he finally had the official diagnosis, he's like, I don't want to suffer alone. Go ahead, tell everybody. Like, okay. right, so I'll keep them like monthly updates or whatever and see how it goes. So
yeah. And we appreciate it. That's all. We wanted to just let it be known how much we appreciate it. And obviously the community chatting in here has also come in and thanked you. So yeah, thank you so much. And Jimmy, I'm going to be wrapping it up. I'm done for the evening.
So we do this little thing where we kind of freeze frame until the stream ends. The little like Naked Gun kind of with stuff moving in the background. So thank you everyone for coming out. Tune in next week. We'll let you know probably Wednesday or Thursday who our special guest is, what the topic will be, and what we'll be going through. And hopefully everyone will be well and ready to go.
I couldn't agree more. That's a perfect way to end it. And with that, make sure you guys subscribe to Jimmy G. Who's
that guy? I'm Billy the Kid right now.
Yeah, and
hey, subscribe to Billy the Kid's Toy Reviews. Subscribe to him. BillyTheKidsToyReviews.com.
All right. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night. This is The Forge. We truly appreciate our guest tonight, Candice Santora of Primal Parodies, an amazing, talented artist and a wonderful human being all around. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Until next time.